All right, good morning, folks, and welcome into the coffee run here. It is early Wednesday. I'm a little tired today. I gotta admit. So wish me luck over here. We're gonna start out as we always do in the coffee run, making our money for the day. Right? Get up in the morning, have some of that coffee, bring some cash into the house. All right, here we go. What do you want to do today? I was thinking about maybe what I'll start doing here is one thing a week kind of thing, like we did before. We had a really good run yesterday with the come ladder. We've done the horseman most of the week. What I haven't done is just straight up right side. We're gonna do some straight up right side later on today, but maybe what I'll do here this morning. Let me think about this. What if we just did a little $500 iron cross, right? We'll burn the first $500 on the cross and see how it goes. Why don't we just have a little bit of like, what do you want to call this? Like maybe a good day, like kind of get the good vibes out there right away. So we'll do the 75 100, which it's 1, 2, 300, 450, $425 out there, 75 in the field. I'll leave everything off until I get a point established, and we'll roll it out. We'll see if we can get 3 or 4 hits in here and do a little traditional iron cross, maybe not really the red cross in here today, although I could. We'll just do a regular size, all right side all day long. Here we go. Coming out. Hope you all are doing okay today. Thanksgiving Eve. I saw that Joe from Craftsmaster, if you're on his Facebook, was it Facebook or was it on YouTube where you put the video out or the pictures of your kid getting the 9-pointer? Hunting season over here as well. I haven't been this year. I'm probably not going to go this year. I can't hike anymore. My knee is so jacked up. I can't hike. I haven't been in 3 or 4 years, but out here, our big thing is not deer, it's elk. Deer is okay, but elk is so much, the meat's better, right? So there's a 6, 2, 8, 6, 2, 8. I think we had a 3 the first time. Went 2, 1, 3, and then a 6, 2, 8. Anyway, had not been in a while, but yeah, I got to get my knee put back together again and start getting active in my life. I haven't done a whole lot of hiking. There's so much hiking around here where I moved to. Be kind of a fun thing. Anyway, here we go. Points 8. Let's rock this a little bit here, huh? Here we go. 3 hits. 3 hits and out, maybe. Maybe 3 hits and out. We'll see how we do. How about no hits and out? How about a 5-2-7 PSO to start the day? That's awesome. 5-2-7, ouch. All right, here we go. Double it up. We're gonna put $1,000 out there. Let's ladder this bad boy up and see what happens. We're gonna put $1,000 out there. We're gonna double everything up. So it'll be 250 on the 5. It'll be 300 on the 6 and 8. 150 in the field. And just like that, it's going to be a case of the Wednesdays. Here we go. Hump day, no bueno for Johnny. Wow, that was ugly. We've had a lot of PSOs in the morning sessions for some reason. I can't seem to get out of the gate anymore. I'm not sure what the problem is, but my first couple shooters every day seem to be really shitty. Here we go. Coming out. Maybe it's because I'm talking. Another 7, 4-3. Good Lord. Good Lordy. 4-3 on the come out. I think that's 3 7s and 4 rolls right there. Wow. Here we go. Nice and easy. Nice. I think the throw's looking good, just not getting good numbers. 5-1. 5-1. All right, we doubled it up. We doubled up the amounts. Laddering this thing up. Can we make that? Make it work. We make it work. Here we go. That's going to be a 5. Hey, we got paid on something. That's cool. 4 and a 1. All right, so at 250 it pays 350. I got 150 out here. Do the math. $200 is the difference on that, right? So we'll leave everything where it was. I'll make the 5 though go to 300. Okay, and I'll take the 150 and let's get the 6 and 8 up to. Let's make them I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make one of them 450. We'll just get the 8 to 450. We'll make a nice even that way. If we catch an 8, that's great. If not, then the next time we'll press up the 6. That's one hit. I'm gonna try for 3 hits here. We're gonna press everything the whole way through. All right. Now the 6 will be a bad one because well, not terrible, but the 6 is one I'd rather see one of the other ones. Here we go. That's one hit. Let's get 3. Let's get 3 hammers here, right? 4, 2, 6. Of course, I say I don't want the 6, and there it comes. A 4, 2. That's okay. 4, 2. That pays 350. 350. Again, 150 of that goes back in the field because we lose the field bet. I'll take one of those blacks as greens. Make that 6 look like 450, like the 8. That's the puck being off. I'll take $50 for now, back to the rack. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put that on the field. Make the field $200. That's our second hit. Next hit, if we get one, we'll look at where we are. And maybe come down to 500. 3 hits and then down a level. Here we go. Coming out. Coming out. Man, this row's looking good. Another 6. 5, 1. Flippy the bird. Oh, no, no. Flippy, flippy. Ooh. All right. 5, 1. 5, 1. How about another one? I'll take a 6 now. Let's take a 6 right now. Here we go. Give me a 5, 6, or an 8. It'll be beautiful, this. Beautifulness, right? It's a 10. That'll be okay. That's our third hit. I think we're going to be okay. That's going to be a 6, 4, 10. That'll pay $200 in the field. Now, what I can do is this. If I take everything back, right, we're going to go to 75 in the field. We'll go back to the first levels that we had. So if I take that black for greens, go 150, 150, 125. I'm going to take back to my rack 500, 1,000. Okay, that is our second buy-in plus 100. So we're up 100 and we're back out where we started. Okay, so when you iron cross it and you level up, you got to get 2 or 3 hits before you can come back that next level down. And now we're going to fight from here. If we fight from here, we don't get it. We'll end up being down 400 instead of 500. So we gained back $100, basically. We need a couple more hits here. Let's go. Let's fight through this. Fight through the early ugly. There's an 11. Yo, 6-5 mid mo. 65. All right. That'll pay $75. And we're going to go ahead and do boom, boom, and boom. I'm going to borrow $10 from somebody at the table, like I do, just to make the bets even. I owe $10 to my neighbor. I don't want to break a $500 chip for $10, but I want to make those bets even. All right, here we go. All right, somebody say hello now. I think we're okay. Let's try this. Can you guys hear me? It says I'm streaming now. Can you all hear me again or no? There's only 7 people here now, so I don't know if you're still with me or not, but I just did a quick restart of the modem and stuff and to see if I can get my computer on. For some reason, we lost our internet here for just a minute. It glitched out, but it looks like I'm okay now. It says I'm streaming. It says there's 8 of you here. Roy says hello. Ed just wrote and said I'm buffering like crazy. Yeah, buffering live is down again. Is it down again? Good Lord. Well, the good thing is that it's recording at least, right? So I can still do what I was going to do, and record anyway. So let's get to the show. Hopefully it stays on and we can kind of keep this thing rolling. So let's go in here. Hey, there he is. Kind of. If it's buffering, I don't know what to do. I can't help it from buffering. What a bummer, man. Yeah, I can see it on my thing. I got like no internet speed today. I'm not sure what's going on. Like everything went to a crawl. So anyway, cross your fingers. We'll talk. A quick show today. I just want to have some fun with you. It's kind of like Friday Follies today. So happy Thanksgiving, number one. And I want to say thank you. Just a quick thank you to everybody. There's too many of you to name, but I can name a few. And I want to start by thanking my family, obviously. My wife, Kathy, my son, Zach, my daughter, Allie, my mom, Josie, my sisters, Danielle, and Stephanie. My sister Stephanie in Florida, by the way, is pregnant and is having a boy soon. My brother Joe and my brother Jeff. Thanks to my family. You all put up with a lot, and they know it, right? I'm as you can probably tell, I'm a lot. I had this way about me, right? I'm always kind of, doing all these things. I got the two channels and the shows and this and that. And, it's probably a lot to deal with me. So I thank them for putting up with me. And I thank my family for loving me anyway. And of course, love them back. I want to thank, some specific folks, right? Jen, Ian, Craig, Chris from Dice DGen, Jeff Mack, the folks that are like, Brian from Holy Roller, Ryan from Mark the Point, Ed Robinson, Gargoyle for other specific reasons. You all have poured into me, right? Over the years. Greg from 555 Craps, my God, Greg's the guy that got me started, right? Without Greg, there's no Pro Craps channel, honestly. Jacob from Wager Me This. You all have poured into me, and you've all asked me at different times, why are you doing your channel? What do you stand for? Ed likes to push buttons a little bit, but Ed's good at giving me reasons to talk about things, right? Like, we have a little thing with trending, right? Whatever. It's good because it gives me reasons to talk about stuff, right? Jeff is always pushing the envelope with quality and that kind of thing, right? Chris and Craig and Jen and Ian are always just in my ear, helping me find ways to make shit better. Dylan is always in my ear, helping me make shit better, right? For you guys. Without everybody, right? There's no channel. There's no community. There's none of us coming together, right? Because everybody, again, drives me into reasons to do this every day and make things better. So I appreciate all of you pushing back, giving me positive and negative feedback, making sure that I'm always my best, right? Because that pushes me in and it keeps me doing this every day. So without all of you, and I know I've forgotten people, right? And because I'm just, on the cusp here, right? Off the cuff here. You all make it happen for me, and I appreciate that. And I thank all the subscribers out there. Thank all of you for being subscribers, right? I'm looking at the screen, but I'm looking at the camera. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with us every day, right? Without you, there is no channel, right? We do this for you. And again, the transparency that comes in the channel is done because the subscribers expect that. They expect me to come out here and PSO and make fun of myself, right? That's part of the experience. And like I said, without all of y'all, there's nothing here for me to do, right? So I appreciate everybody that's helping me along here. So yeah, that's it. It's family, it's friends, it's subscribers, and it's the Lord above, right? For giving me the health. I had a bad health scare 15, 20 years ago, and bringing me back into the world and giving me purpose. I appreciate that. I thank God every day just for being able to wake up every morning and take a breath. You know what I mean? I thank our troops every day for, as Ed always says, giving us a place to be, right? Giving us a place to be free. So there's so many people to thank, and every Thanksgiving, it's one of the holidays that, like, when you're a kid and you're at the table and your mom says, "What are you all thankful for?" and we all get like, we roll our eyes. The older I get, the more I look forward to that moment when I get to look people in the eye and say thank you. So thank you to all my family, all my friends, you subscribers, and again, Heavenly Father. So let's go play some craps, right? Let's go be thankful, and let's go. I'm gonna talk about something with you. We've been this whole week, right? This kind of like this win any way you can, right? That's my goal, right? Find ways for us to win, and not so much strategy play, but like just being smart. Just find a way that works for you. Find a way to tweak the way that works for you, and be able to kind of bob and weave as you go, right? It's fun. Whether you're a hit and run guy, streak better, trend better, you want to call it. If you have the huge bankroll to kind of, like we did today, kind of wait it out, or whether you just want to be methodical about it, doesn't matter, right? What also doesn't matter is what we've been talking about this week, right? This idea of betting big or betting small, but big on a couple numbers, small on a bunch of numbers, right? So were you going to win big but less often because it's only a couple numbers, or win small but all the time? We saw over a couple days, it doesn't matter. Some days the inside guy wins, some days the outside guy wins, some days the 7 wins, right? None of it matters. In the end, the math of it all comes down. It's just about what happens that day. If the day is the 6 and 8 day and you're big on the 6 and 8, you're good. If the day is a 5 and 9 day and you're betting the 5 and 9 big and you're following that, then good, right? If the day is all over the place, which a lot of days for me are, and you're across, you're good. right? You just got to get kind of lucky and catch that and be willing to say, okay, that's what's happening. What's happening today is horn 10, 4, 8, horn 6. Okay, iron cross today, right? You got to feel that what you're doing, right? And I think that's kind of the message here. Anyway, the other thing that I think doesn't matter so much is this. We talk about like this picking a spot thing, right? This whole idea of if you're on for a roll, off for a roll, on for a roll, off for a roll. It doesn't matter. You may dodge the 7 when you're off and you may feel great about yourself. Ultimately, when you're on, you're exposed. And when you're exposed, about 1/6 of the time, you're going to get whacked, right? So whether you take 1 roll on, 1 roll off, 1 roll on, 3 rolls off, it doesn't matter. When you're on, you're always going to be kind of clenched up. Today, we're going to do a YOLO. I want to do my YOLO strategy because it's basically Friday. We'll call it Friday Fathers. There's no shows the rest of the week. Let's YOLO and let's pick a spot. Okay, so what I want to do is as I roll out, I'll try and watch chat, but if you have a feeling and you want to say now, I'll turn the bets back on. I'm going to take a shot, turn the bets off. Roll, 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 take a shot, turn the bets off kind of thing. So in chat together, we're just gonna YOLO this thing. We're gonna take 64. I'll take $96 actually, 96 across, as far as we can take it today. All right, let's just do that. Let's go have some fun. I'm gonna go to here, this part of the table, and you'll see my rack behind me there. And we walk around and let's do this. Hopefully the stream doesn't go sideways again. But I'm just gonna take $100 into my rack right here. Let's go $100 in the rack. Bam. And you can see that okay? Yeah, it's not very bright, but you can see it. All right, 96 across, please. And we may need the dollars. There's the $4 change to power press or here and there. I may actually take, if I need to, I'll take $10 as well. Just we'll do 110. We'll have total. But I got some money here that I can use to make moves if I need to. Puck is going to be off. Let's go. Let's go 96 across. We're going to go again 3 units. I'm trying to practice drop cutting 3s. Drop cut 3, drop cut 3, drop cut 3. Look at me go. Look at me go. The 9 screwed me up. But there we go. 96 across. We're going to decide when we want to go. I'm going to randomly throw. We're going to randomly decide when we're going to be live. Okay? This is a YOLO. I did this and you know the story, right? I did this in Vegas. Every time I go to Vegas, I do a version of this, but last year in June, I did this and I started with $64 on the stadium craps machine. And I played stadium. We stayed at Planet Hollywood. At the stadium machine every day. I did $64. I walked up to the machine. I put the ticket in. The person would go up. I'd let them set a point and I would turn my bets on. They would roll one number. I would get paid, take the ticket out. And then I would play regular craps, whatever, right? But every day, at least once, twice, 3, 4 times, I would put the ticket in, let the person take 1 shot, right? I worked $64 into almost $1,500 that way. Never took a 7 until the last day, right? Which is kind of a cool story if you can pick your spots. Here we go. Let's come on out. And we got us an 8, a 6-2-8. Now, I'm going to let this shooter, I'll turn these bets off. The point doesn't really matter today, but we'll mark it anyway. We're going to be off. I'll put the off lammer here in the come so you can see it. That'll be like what I'm doing. I'm off, okay? And I'm just going to roll. There's a 6. I feel good about the shooter. We're going to go on. Here we go. We're going to go on right now. 1 shot. Dodge the 7 here, and I don't dodge it. See that what happens, right? Pick a spot. Doesn't matter. When you're exposed, you get beat. $96 goes bye-bye, okay? Bummer, right? Puck's off, dice are off. I'm going to go in another. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to go in another $100, another $4 change. Okay. In my rack over here, can you see the side of the rack? This is the money I bought in for. There's my $200 that I bought in for. We're going to keep track of if I have to go back in again and do a new ticket. All right, here we go. We're going to be this time on the come out. We're going to work the come out here. Just again to prove it that nothing matters, right? There's an 8. Fantastic. 8 pays 21. All right, 21. Now, the secret of the YOLO is this. You never know what's coming. There's no trending because you're going to be off for a whole bunch of rolls. I'm going to drop $1. Okay, we're going to power press the insides. Okay, we're going to go Little 22 inside pressure. And we're gonna turn our bets off, okay? The point is 8. Now, we're gonna wait. We're gonna let the shooter do its thing, okay? There's a 3. We're just gonna pick a spot, okay? And again, if you feel it in chat, right? Just tell me go. I'm gonna watch the chat, I'm gonna throw the dice until I see the word go pop up in chat. When I see the go in chat, I'm gonna turn the bets off. There's the 8, that's the point being hit. I'm just gonna roll the dice randomly. 8's the point. When I see go, hopefully we're still live, I will turn the bets on. There's a come out 7. Doesn't matter, we're still off. There's a come out 3, we're still off. Doesn't matter. We're just gonna YOLO. There's a 5. We have a point. Point is 5. Gonna go. We're gonna try and dodge big red. There's a 7 out. We were still off because nobody said go. We would have got burned on that one, huh? That should have burned us. There's a heart 8. The square pair. What do you think? Should I go? Am I even still alive? Y'all hearing me? There's a 3, craps 3. We had a 7. We had a PSO. Then we had a 7, a 3. Royce says go. Okay, I saw a go. Here we go. Off, on, go. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Dodge it, baby. We got a 5. Look at us. We got a 5. Cool. We're off, by the way. We're off. That pays $28. $25, $28. We will drop 2 to make it $30 that we can play with, right? I'm going to take that $30. We're going to go, there's 30. Okay, 4 and 10. Both go to 25. 5 and 9 both go to 25, right? Easy way to, and again, the YOLO, you got to spend it all. Nothing comes back to the rack ever with the YOLO. Everything goes out there all the time, okay? We're off until the next person says go. I see Dice Dr. Dan and Cajun say go, but we're off until the next go. There's a 5, 3, 8. We're just gonna go until we feel it. The next go I see, again, I know you guys are behind me. I'll be on. There's a 7. We dodged 1. We missed 1. I missed the PSO. Go. All right. Tom Marco says go. We're on right now. That was a roll that we were on for. My head was turned. That was a 10. Working that come out. We got paid on a 10, $50, which is awesome sauce, right? Let's take the 50 and go into the 4 and 10. I'm sorry, the 6 and the 8. Let's make them go to $45, $48 each. We'll take $2 change. That was our power presses from earlier. We'll take the $2 back as change. And now we're up, off. I'm gonna keep rolling again until the next one. I'm watching that chat. When do we feel it? There's a 12. Time delay sucks. I know it does suck, but it is what it is, right? I'm just gonna roll till I see a go pop up, which is kind of fun. It actually makes it kind of weird, but also strangely cool, right? There's a 10. We hit that point of 10. Puck is off. Puck is off. Here we go. Coming out. It's a 9. Boy, this super long stick kind of sucked. It's a 9. There's the point. And again, when I see the word go, we'll turn it back on again. I'm just gonna keep on rolling. Go. Louis says go. There's a 9. All right, so now we're on. The puck is off. Louis says go. Here it is, right here. Ready, set, go. Come on, dodge it, baby. We got a 10. Look at us. Look at us. Woo! 6, 4, 10. That's a point, and we're on for $50, right? Fantastic. Let's get our 5 and 9 both up, and we'll be off again. Okay, 5. Now remember, $96, right? We have 50, 100 in 5 and 9. That's 150 plus $48 in here. So we're up $200. We doubled our money. Okay, we actually paid off our marker, but we're gonna keep it there. At some point, I'll keep $100. Okay, to pay the markers off. Here we go. Coming out. That's a come out, by the way. It stays on the 10. Okay, again, I'm waiting for the next go. I might just say, you know what we're gonna do? 3 rolls. On the 3rd roll, I'm gonna go. Right? There's 1 roll, 7. Doesn't matter, right? The 2nd roll, there's a 9. 3rd roll, we're on. Here we go. Again, this is so ridiculous. It's a hard 4. $50. Okay? 4 and 10. It's going to cost me $1 in vig, by the way. Now we're off. I'll be off till your next go. Missing opportunity everywhere, right? Missing everything. All right, there's a 3. I think that was the point, right? That was the point being said. Again, it doesn't matter. Hard 10. We're off, though. I'm off till somebody says, turn my bets on. 8. Nope, not yet. Y'all, can you see like how crazy this is? Yeah, you probably can't see the monitor. Yeah, right where I'm standing. Let's see, right here. Here is the monitor. You guys can't see it, but it's right. So I have to kind of like turn my head every time and look at it. All right, I'm waiting for the next go from an audience member. There's a 5. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting at the stadium table, right, having my drinks, waiting for my shot. There, Dice.Dan says go. We're on. Here we go. Bam, on. Let's dodge it. 9. We did. We dodged it. All right, cool. Bam. We're off. 9 pays $70, which is freaking great, right? $70. What do you want to do with the $70? Why don't we press the insides up a little bit, right? I'll make my 6 and 8 both look like 60, I think. And what do we have left? You got to do the math here all the time, right? We have $15. Let's go 5 and 9 to 65. And do I have enough to do this? Well, I'll tell you what, we got another 15 sitting out there. We'll take the $15 and let's put it all on the 4. Take $1 back. Okay, that's our YOLO that time. So again, spreading it out, spreading it all over the place. We're off until the next go. Okay, actually, let's do the next come out roll. I'll be on, right? There's a hard 10. I'm just going to work the next come out roll. So if this guy 7's out or hits the 4, the next come out is mine. There's an 8. Rocking the casino tiers dice today too. The 5, 4, 9. We by the way, we are. I think I haven't been keeping track of how many wins we've gotten. We've probably gotten 5 or 6 wins, which means we're over expected, right? Remember, every 6 times we're on, we're going to get beat. We should, right? If everything holds true, unless we get lucky. That is a 6. We are just, remember yesterday I had that roll where I was off and I had like a 35 roller randomly. There's the hard 4. Puck is off. Now we're on, right? And I missed all that juice. Here we go. Coming out, we're on. We said the next come out roll, we're going to work it. And we got a hard 8, which is awesome. All right, now the points goes to 8. We'll be off. That's going to pay $70. We'll do 75 for 5. Let's do 75 for 5. 75 for 5. And again, we'll spread that out a little bit. Let's get our 10 and 4 both looking like actual 75. All right. I'll make my 8 look like 90. And I'll take the extra $10 and we'll go to the 5 with it. So the 5 now looks like 75. All right, there it is. Randomly just moving crap around. Here we go. Point is 8. We're off. I'm going to wait till the next go in chat. Okay, we've done, there's a 5, so I'm going to keep turning my head. When I see a go, the next throw of my dice will be on. Wait for y'all. Wait for y'all. There's a 5. Here we go. 7 out. Okay. Again, we're off. Doesn't matter. Did I see Gargoyle show up? Hey, Gargoyle. How you doing, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you, and a special thank you, and you know why. Being a huge piece of my life, dude. I really appreciate you. There's a 5, 2, 7 for a number of reasons, but yeah, you know. Dan just said go. So the next roll of the dice will be on. There's a 2. So now we're on. Here we go. Come on, Dan. Be my lucky charm, Danny. Be my lucky charm, Dice Dr. Dan. 3, 3, 6 hard. We are dodging. We are dodging it. Awesome. $70. Okay, shooter's going to take the $70. We're going to make that 6 go to 120. I'm just going to take it on up. I'll take the 10 to the 9. The 9 now becomes $75, like the 5. Good, and we're off. I'm deciding now, that was the 6, right? We're going to go, let's see, let's take 2 rolls. No, the next skills weight 3, then go. Here we go. Weight 3. There's one roll. It's a 10. Here's the second roll. It's a 5. It's the third roll coming, and then we're on. 4. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous here, right? Are you nervous? Are you nervous? 6, 4, 10. There's the 4. There's the 6. That's going to pay $150, which is awesome, right? Let's make our 8 look like 150. Let's make our 6 look like 150. Okay, same thing. We can both go to 150. I love that number as a bet. The rest of this here, 5 goes to 100, 9 goes to 100. I have $10 extra. Where can the $10 go? Let's put the $10 on the 4. Why not? Okay, and now we're off. Now we're off, and I'll do the thing. The next come out roll will be on. We'll work the next come out roll. That was a 5, 3, 8, by the way. It rolled on me. There's an 8. There's a 6. That's the point. So here we go. We're on. Next come out roll, we're on. Whoo! Come on. Huh. Survived. It's a 9. Man, this is getting nerve-wracking, right? There's a 9. 140. All right, let's make the 5 and 9. Let's see. We'll make the 5 and 9. I'm going to get those as greens. Let's put them both to 150. We'll make our 4. I'll take those and make that a quarter. So the 4 now goes to 100. I'll take this to the 10, which makes the 10 also 100. To the rack we go. Now look where we are, by the way, okay? I'm going to spread these out for you. We started with $96. We're at $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $600, $700, $800. Okay, $800, folks. And that started with $96. Now, what I ought to do, if I'm a smart dude in any realm of the world, right? What I should do is this: take the 4 and 10 down, take 50 off the 5 and 9 to the 4 and 10. This $200 pays off my marker. Okay, there it is. I'm free and clear. The first 96, the second 96, I paid them off, right? We're free and clear now. Now, I did reduce opportunity there, but I paid myself off. We're free and clear. So if I 7 out at some point, who cares? We're off. Here we go. No regressing, Dan. This is going to be a go to the ceiling day. That's a 6. Let's go 2 more, and the third one we're going to go. 1, there's the 7. We dodged it. 2 is the next shot here. And 11, now we're going to be on. 2 shots and go. Come on, Randy. 4, 1, 5. 4 and a 1. That's a 5. That's the point. We're off. That pays 140. All right, I'm going to get that as quarters. We'll put the 5 and the 9 back to 150. And we'll make the 8 go to 180. I'll take the $10 and we'll put it all on the 4. We're off. I'm off to the cage, says Lou, right? Here we go. Next, run, Forrest, run. Let's make $1,000, guys. Let's make $1,000. All right, let's make that a goal. Let's have $1,000 win today, right? Here's a 7 out. Doesn't matter. We're not on. Let's make a decision here. When are we going to go? Somebody, the next person in chat that I see that has a rule to follow, whether it's weight 1, whatever, will be on. I'll wait to see the next one. Dan says play the hard ways. We could do that. There's an 8. We can take the 4. Take the 10 off the 4. We'll get the 9 and or the 6 and the 8 hard off the 4. All right, they're off though. I'm waiting for the next rule to follow. There's a 5, 3, 8. So it's weight 1, whatever you want to tell me to do. It's gonna roll till you tell me not to. There's an 11. Wait, what am I waiting for a point? Oh no, the point's 8. I just said to set that. The point's 8. There is a 7. Again, we're off, doesn't matter. We've dodged the 7 a bunch of times here, which is kind of cool. There's another 7, a 5, 2, as you can see. Let's see. When the second hand is at 13, I don't have a second hand in here. Let's see. We can do this. I'll take your 13 though, and we'll say, let's see. Can I see it? I don't have a second hand. I'll tell you what I'll do though. When the time is, all right, Skill, that's good. After the next horn number. Okay, next horn number we're on, which Bo Parker would be spinning in his grave, right? There's a 617. Bo's like, horn number, turn your stuff off. There's a horn, 6-5, yo, we're on. Okay, Skill, here we go. This is on you. This is the Skill special right here. Come on, be good to me. It's a 10. Yes. Bam, $100. I'm just gonna make the 4 and 10, split them. Awesome, they're back up where they were. We're off again. I like that rule, actually, after a horn number. But I'll wait till the next person. The next person gives me a rule, we'll follow that one. There's a 6, a 4, 2. Come on, get off the mirror. Get off the mirror. 6. Looking for a point of 10 or a 7 out. Wow, 4, 2, 6. How about we say after the next 5, we'll turn them on. After the next 5. I'll be here all day now, right? That's 3 6s in a row. 3, 4, 2, 6s in a row. For those of you keeping score at home. There's a 5. Okay, now we're on. There was a 5. Puck is on. Here we go. Oh, do you see that thing roll over? It's a 7. We got burnt. We finally got burned. It was a 7 we got rolled over on. It was going to be something else and then just kind of tipped in. Whatever, right? We lost $0. But just for fun, if you were in Vegas, you were doing this at the Stadium Craps machine, how much would you have won, right? How much was out here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 600, 700, 800, and $840, right? Isn't that fun? And again, once you get your money back, like I did, I just paid myself back. It's a free shot, right? And again, I did this with I walk by the machines, stick a ticket in, take one roll from some random person, and keep on going to lunch. After lunch, come back through, put the ticket in, spread them all out just randomly spread them out like that, and just take a hit right here and there. And I did the same. I got it to 1,500. Stupid fun, right? We've done the YOLO so many times on the show. It's just a fun way to burn 64 or $100. And if you catch a little bit of fire like we did and get a little bit of luck like we did, you can actually make a little bit of money. So that was pretty funny. It was cool. You're not going to dodge the 7 forever. Like I said, it feels like as you're doing this, let me go back over to here again. It feels like as you're doing this kind of stuff, right? The feeling that you get is, well, I'm not exposed. I'm not going to be on all the time. Right? If I just said turn the $96 on, right, and roll and spread every single hit until we got to $1,500, you'd think I was crazy. You said there's no way you're going to turn $96 into $1,500 by leaving your bets on all the time. Right? You need to have a 20 roller to get it done. Now, on 20 roller, you'd make $1,000, right? But you never do that because you think it's insane. So what we do is instead we say, well, let's take a hit. We'll turn our bets off. And on the next come out roll, we'll work them. Okay, turn your bets off. And then randomly, okay, after the next 5, turn your shit back on again. And randomly, after a horn number, turn your stuff on. Then we'll take 5 roll. And all I'm doing, I'm spreading out, right? I'm waiting X number of rolls and turning myself on again. When I'm on, we were probably on, I don't know, we probably made 10 or 11 hits there, right? Which is good. We beat the 7 more than we should have, but when you're on, you're still a 1 in 6 shot of losing. It doesn't change that probability at all, especially when it's random like I was doing, especially when you're at the Stadium Craps and you have different person every time, right? There's 0 you can count on there, right? It's definitely a home run play. It's definitely a let's have some stupid fun kind of a play. And again, when I did it in Vegas, I had 2 tickets, right? One ticket that was my YOLO ticket that I kept doing that for. Go in, make the bets, take the hit, pull the ticket out. Other ticket goes in, play my regular thing. It's okay as a side bet, right? But it illustrates the point that I always make. It doesn't matter. if you're on for 15 straight rolls or if you're on for 15 rolls that are randomly spaced out. It's still 15 rolls. You're looking for 15 rolls, right? Or 20 rolls in a row to get it done. All that said, right? We made 1,800. Yes, I did collect the 1,500. Of course I did. Of course I collected that money. It got to the point where, Royce, and I'll be honest with you, I was going to take it all the way. I was like, because I did this once. I don't know if you guys remember this. I did this once on the old Coffee and Crap show. About a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I did every morning. I came out here and did a YOLO, right? And I won $100,000 doing it. I YOLO'd every day, and I had like 27 straight days where I didn't 7 on the first roll, and I won 100 grand. I'm like, I'm doing that in Vegas. That's it. I'm doing it in Vegas for DiceCon. There's no way I'm not going to see 26 people not throw a 7, right? The first year, I got it to 700 and change, and I lost it. I lost it on a bubble crash machine. The second year, I did it, and I got the 1,500, and I put the ticket in, and I'm like, 1,500 across. I was doing some field play too. And I'm like, 1,500 across, man. I don't know if I can do this or not. Like, I was like, even though it was $64 at risk, ultimately, my first thing, I'm like, I don't know if I can pull this off. Like, I don't know that I have the balls to do it. And of course I didn't. I was like, it was our last day there. And I'm like, screw it. I'm leaving with a profit. And that is the reason why that trip I ended ahead, because I was down on other play. And like, that put me over the top. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to walk out of Vegas ahead. And I didn't, it was like 1580 something. And I took the money. But yeah, for sure that would have been can you imagine how bad I would have beat myself up if I'd have lost that 1,500? Anyway, fun play. It's a fun thing. It's Friday Follies and it's who cares. But again, it's illustrative of this idea of when you're open, when that little puck was on every single time, you still have the same chance of getting burned. It doesn't change your chance of getting burned. If you wait 5, if you wait 10, if you wait for a horn, wait for a come out, none of it matters. This is the anti-5 count. Those guys that play the 5 count, right? Their myth is that the 5 count will save you. The 5 count doesn't save you, right? The 5 count just delays when you're going to see a 7. It doesn't matter. If you take 5 rolls off and go, you're going to get whacked. It's just the way that it is. They're just making the game last longer. The 5 count from Golden Touch is not designed to make you win more. It's designed to make you lose more slowly. It's really designed to get the dice to you with money in your rack. That's why they do that. They don't tell you that. But the reason why they do it is that when you have money still left when the puck comes, when the dice come to you. That's why they do it. It's also why the casinos hate those guys. Because you got 8 guys around a table that aren't fucking playing. They're all just watching, not doing any betting at all until they get the dice, and then they go degen on them, and that's what happens. So anyway, let me get my mouse. I'm going to see the chats over here if I can and make sure I didn't miss anything. So let's see. Craps predicting. Good morning, John. It's funny how random did pretty good. There is a way to throw controlled random. Yeah, the thing is controlled. What do you call it? Controlled random. I was talking to Ed on the phone last night. He was describing a woman who was shooting, and she did really well. And he said she basically did. Well, where's my dice? She basically just whatever the dice came back to her as, she picked them up, never said them, just picked them up as they came, and threw them. And he said, but she threw them the same way every single time. Like she just kind of nice soft toss, hit the same spot, and he called her a rhythm roller. Perfect, right? I did that for years and years. I didn't even know, I was telling Ed yesterday, I didn't even know dice setting was a thing. I had no idea. I used to go for, let's call it 26 years I played craps before I knew that this was even a thing. I watched people do it and I used to get annoyed because they were taking so long. I'm like, God, you just throw the damn dice, Me, I would grab them as they came back. I would put them in my hand. I would tap, and let them go like that. I literally in my hand, like I would grab them and just let them fly. Soft rhythm rolling. And that's what I did forever. Rhythm rolling is a form of DI, right? If you're just hitting the same spot and you're soft and you're doing, you're consistent, there's a consistency there, right? All the DI changes is the flight path, right? And the set. Anyway, whether it's controlled random, whether it's rhythm rolling, whether it's real DI, whether it's whatever, right? All those things, as long as you're consistent, you have something better than random. But random can work. I've seen random, right? Yesterday, good example, 30-something roller random yesterday, right? It happens, right? Whether we take advantage of it or not is the thing, right? So Gargo says called rhythm rolling, not control. Yeah, I think we're kind of saying the same thing, just in different time zones. We're saying the same thing, and it can work. It can work. Anybody can find a groove. Anybody can find a groove. So anyway, Anthony, hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Just sounds more fun than rhythm. Yeah. The funny thing is, you say controlled random to a math person, their head will explode. Rhythm rolling, we all understand what that means, right? You say controlled random, or I have said on my show before, I wonder if I can make the dice be less random. Remember I used to say that? And what I mean by that is this. Let me actually show you. I'm going to try. Let's do this here. I'm going to go here. When I say I want the dice to be less random, let me go get out of my damn way. Let's go here, here. How do I do this again? Oh, it's the other camera. It's that camera, and I do table left. Can you see that? All right. So here's your dice lesson for the day. Okay, there's my dice. We know, all of us, that as the dice fall, right, when that one comes down, wherever it's going to be, it's on the 3 up, right? We know the other die always has the pair, right? The other die always can become a 7 for you, right? No matter what happens. That's the nature of dice. And what I've always thought, even before I learned how to throw, and I'm not very good at throwing, but when I learned how to throw, I always knew this is the truth, right? One number up, the other die can match it. I always thought, if I can throw them so that this die doesn't roll around a whole lot, okay? Let's say that it lands here on the 2, right? And it rolls off the back wall and it only turns over 1 time, right? Or maybe 2 times off the back wall, a 3 or a 5 in this case, right? Let's say I can pull that off. Well, what that does is it takes, if it's not a 3 or a 5, it takes the 4, the 2, and all of the side faces out of the equation, right? So out of 6 sides, I've only let 2 sides be a possibility. I thought that can make the dice, quote unquote, less random, okay? If the dice comes off the back wall and it's doing all the gyrations, every face was facing up at some point, that means every face was in play, and therefore the 7 was always a possibility. If I can take them off the back wall and have it just kind of hit and just kind of tip over, then really only 1 face is in play to become a 7. And I thought, well, shit, I'll take that chance all day long, that I hid 5 numbers and made 5 numbers not a possibility. Now, it could be that I'm unlucky and the one number that it tipped over to was the bad one for me, right? But I'd rather take that chance of 1 number coming over than all of them being a possibility, right? That was, to me, what I would have called rhythm shooting, right? Back in the day, right? That was how I, for 6 years, looked at this game. That way, that exact way. I'm like, okay, if I can throw them soft enough so the second die doesn't go like this, I got a shot. That's what I always thought. Then COVID happened. Then I started watching more YouTube, and I started, and I went, wait a minute, these guys that are doing all this bullshit with the dice are doing something on purpose. Why? Then you start watching videos, you start talking to people, and you go, oh, okay, there's something to this that they're trying for, right? Then I got into it. That becomes DI. That becomes from rhythm rolling to DI, which is taking that same concept of not having the dice scatter and go crazy and putting some thought behind the set that you start with, and putting some thought behind how can I best reliably control that bounce off the back wall. That is the thing that I try for, right? And that's why I'm on this whole. And how we got on this topic? Anyway, that's where I land on it. Haha, I did that on purpose, right? Anyway, I think that's all I got to say. Anything else you want to talk about before I got here? Let's see. AZ says controlled shooter sounds more fun. Gargoyle says, yeah, the chopper sounds more fun than the flea flicker. That's funny. There you go. Let's see. AC Crapshoes, love your slow motion of. Did you do a slow motion of my toss? Or that? Oh, that was Big AZ. Big AZ did the slow motion. Yeah, that was Big AZ's thing. That was cool. He again, God, Gargoyle, help me out here, man. I choke up both times. When I was playing crapless, Mark the Point and Ryan was next to me. And I love him. We had a great time together. I was on like a 15 roller. I had like a 15 roller, and it was great, right? And I was doing really good, hitting all the numbers. I'm doing great. And he's filming the whole thing and whatever. And he goes, hey, he takes the camera and he gets right behind me. And he's like, look, we're gonna let's watch John. And he's like, here's John, throw the chopper. And I'm like, oh God, dude, all my throws were like money, 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 money. That one, dice explode. It's a 7. Big AZ does the same thing. He's like, hey, we're gonna get everybody slow motion. He gets at the end of the table and he's down there. He's got his camera right in my face as I'm shooting that toss. I'm like, oh my God. So, that one on that video actually was a pretty okay shot, but it clenched up so bad on that shot. I'm watching the camera. I'm not watching my landing zone. I'm so clenched up trying to get that thing to fly right. But it was cool. The thing about the chopper is this, and I've said this before. The chopper is like the Great Dane of dice tosses. Okay, and here's what I mean by that. I'll leave you all with this comment, with this visual. The chopper is the Great Dane of dice tossing, and the reason why I say that is this. Everybody else who throws the dice, par way, right? Set the dice, get the grip, toss, and they all look kind of the same in the air, right? Some people, the dice are, whatever. They're not perfect. Ted Brockman, perfect dice thrower, right? That's normal stuff. When I throw the chopper, right, or the helicopter toss in the casino, you saw the video with Big AZ. Those things are pretty, right? It is the prettiest shot you'll ever see. They float, they land, they just die. Everybody goes, what just happened? Like the whole table. When I first get the dice, if you don't know me and I do that, literally I can look at the table and I got 9 people going, what did that guy just do? Right? It's like the biggest conversation starter. My sister, my wife's sister, I call her my sister, my sister-in-law has always had Great Danes. And she's a pretty girl and she has Great Danes. And we always joke, my wife and I joke with her, like that's how she meets her men, right? Because it's a big ass, huge, awesome looking dog. She's pretty, they're walking and it's like, hey, what's your dog's name? You know what I mean? It's like totally like, it's like you're, it makes people talk. It's like a great conversation starter, right? The chopper is the same thing. I'm not good at getting I like to set the low bar. It's a conversation starter. It literally is like when I throw that thing, everybody after the session wants to come talk. I make some pretty good conversation from that thing. Total conversation starter, right? Jacob is here. Jacob's toss, by the way, I have done your toss, and when I say your toss, you remember the old barrel roll? You used to do that on your old channel. You showed me, Jacob, the barrel roll in Vegas at the Flamingo, and I'm like, that is the weirdest looking toss ever. And you're like, yeah, it's a total joke, right? When I'm at the end, I do the barrel roll, and again, people go, what did you just do? Like, why would you do that, right? And I'm like, because it's so far away and it's a fun toss. And Jacob taught me. You know Jacob? And all of a sudden, it's a conversation. Like literally, that's exactly what happens. So I'm totally using you to meet people, Jacob. In the barrel roll, that's a great looking throw. In the air, that's a cool looking toss. It really is a cool looking toss. And again, people, it's like they all go, you get that little side eye from the people at the table. And it's fun. Let's see. Skill says, have we come to any conclusions about on-axis throwing because of the 6-2-6-2? And I'll tell you, my thing with the on-axis toss, and I am not an authority on this by any means. And I've said this before. I've never once seen somebody throw, let me get the dice out here again. Let me get them set up for you. I've never once seen somebody throw the on-axis toss, right, where the dice, and I've seen I've seen this in the air. I've seen guys get this perfect in the air, right? I've never seen them do this though, and hit and either keep going in that same direction or hit and go opposite direction, which physics can go either way depending on how they land. hit the wall, come off still spinning, hit the deck still spinning, and stay. I've never seen slow motion that does that, right? The on-axis toss ends up with a lot of on-axis results, right? They hit, they may scatter, they may hit the wall and scatter a second time, and they end up in an on-axis configuration. This is a one-off, right? But they may end up in an on-axis configuration like that, and you go, okay, or like this rather, or like this, I guess, right? Jeez, come on, Johnny. It's hard to do this when you're behind the dice, right? They may end up in an on-axis result, but they never stayed on axis the whole time, right? The chopper does. The chopper does fly like this. They do hit and stay spinning. They hit the wall, come off the wall, still spinning, and land, and they finally will do this on the felt at the end, right? I've seen that work. The on-axis stuff, I've never seen on-axis actually work in terms of the dice do what you think they're going to do the whole way through. I've never seen it. Now, guys can look at that and analyze and go, okay, look, I see what's happening. They're splitting, they're hitting, they're splitting again, they're rolling off and coming like this, and they go, okay, if it does it every time, I can account for it, and they change their set and do their thing. That's what I understand the guys are doing. I've never seen it. And I have a hard time understanding how it works physics-wise. I've talked to like Don Wood and those guys from Par, and they're like, I don't understand how your toss works. The physics of your toss don't make sense. I'm like, well, it makes sense to me, and I have confidence in it. And confidence, as Gargoyle will tell you, is the key, right? Gargoyle will tell you confidence is key. So Gargoyle says that's because of the back wall, right? That's why on-axis sucks. Back wall destroys them, right? I think that the chopper, because they come into the back wall with that sideways spin, they'll hit a diamond, and the diamond just accelerates the spin sometimes, and they just keep on going. That's why I like it. That's the physics that I rely on and hope that happens. So we could talk about this all day long because it's a subject that I don't know a lot about, and I'm the first to admit it. The on-axis stuff, I don't really understand how it works. I think I talked to Ed one time as an interview, and Ed said to me point blank, he's like, I don't know how it works either. He's like, dude, slow motion, it looks like crap, but it works. He's, I don't know how it works, but it works. I'm like, hands up, I have no idea. It's interesting, but I don't get it. Let's see. PC says it's energy, right? On-axis toss, all about the energy. And the way that they spin backwards and hit and kind of check up and hit the wall and kind of check up and come down and softly, it's a way to do what I said in the beginning, which was when this one is on a 3, right, make sure that this one off the wall only does one turnover off the wall. You're trying to control that. That's probably how it works. Again, I don't really know. I wish that somebody who really understood the physics could break that down better than I ever could, right? I'm just going by what I see, and what people tell me. And for me, that toss is not good for my arm anyway. So I found my butter zone, and I'm happy with what I do. So let's see, who else is saying this? Let's see, AZ, yeah, get in the groove. Yeah, totally. Study golf clubs. Yeah. Well, we talk about golf as a great analogy. Golf and actually bowling are good analogies for all this stuff, right? Golf is a great analogy. Golf, so many things. You think about miraculous things. Played baseball most of my life. I played golf most of my life. You talk about two things that shouldn't be able to be done. Like literally, the magic that it takes for you to literally take your entire body and come through and hit a golf ball square-ish, square. You never hit a golf ball square, but hit it square-ish with the right amount of angle and spin and the wrist turn and get it to fly in a controlled arc. Unbelievable. The physics behind that. Hitting a baseball square is impossible. It's like you look at it and like, how is that even happening? That you can swing a baseball bat at 100 mile an hour. You got 1/8 of a second to get it done. And people do it, right? People are amazing. Let's see. Does it matter how you get it there? Or is it just a result, right? And I think that's interesting, Wager. Like if it's par or if it's the barrel roll or if it's the chopper, it doesn't matter how they get there, is what you're saying, as long as it's a soft kiss and a soft land. And if whatever you're doing gets you to a soft kiss and a soft land, maybe that's what it's all about. Maybe that's all that this is, right? For me, I enjoy the spin thinking that the spin's going to help them come to rest how I want, right? A little bit better. But yeah, if you get them there in a controlled way, it's great, right? Gargoyle's agreeing. He's like, it's a combination of both things, right? One affects the other, right? And I think that's part of it. So anyway, I got to go. It's actually 8:25. I got to be at work in 5 minutes. So I will talk to you all next Monday. We're going to take a couple days off. I've got my daughters here from college for the weekend. My son and his girlfriend are coming up tonight from Oregon. So we're going to hang out with family. The whole family's going to be here. Zach's never even seen the new house. So we're all going to be here for the weekend. Family. I will see you all on Monday. And on Monday, hopefully, Wager, you're invited. Gargoyle, you're invited. Skill, of course, is invited. I've talked to other people. I won't name them. If you want to come on and play with me on every day next week and forever, I'm going to work on my dealing practice. I'm just going to toss the dice. I'll toss from stick right one or stick left one. I will deal for you. 2 people at a time. I want to practice dealing 2 people. It's not a competition. I want to deal to 2 people live so I can get used to the moves. While I'm dealing, we'll talk about your play. You can explain what you're doing and we'll talk about your play. And I think that would be very instructive, right? Not me teaching, you guys teaching what you're doing and why and all that. Texas Dicer, I'll leave it with your thought. Happy Thanksgiving. Back to you. Back to everybody, all the subscribers, all my good friends, my YouTubing buddies, my family, and of course, God above. Happy Thanksgiving and thank you all. Love every one of you. God bless. I'll see you all on Monday. Bye.